Here Dr. Heigo Ritsbek, Cardinal of the Holy Catholic Church International. And we are continuing our lectures about the Church and specifically about the Holy Eucharist. And when we come to the Gospel of Saint Luke, then we will read from the 22nd chapter, verses 19 to 20. And he took bread, and when he had given thanks, he broke it and gave it to them, saying, "This is my body, which is given for you. Do this in remembrance of me." And likewise a cup after they had eaten, saying, "This cup that is poured out for you is the new covenant in my blood." Amen. We mentioned already, and we were talking about this anamnesis, remembrance. But today we want to talk about what it meant when Jesus said this is new covenant. When Jesus was saying this phrase, new covenant, it was very understandable to his disciples around him. And nowadays we have problems understanding of this. What the Bible thinks about when he uses the word covenant. When we go to the Old Testament and New Testament, then in a certain way we can even say that we are talking about Old Covenant and New Covenant. Even some Bibles, and for example Revised Standard Version uses this on the title pages. We have two documents what are describing the covenants. We have covenant with Noah, covenant with Abraham, covenant on Mount Sinai, and every covenant in the Bible leads to the new one. And then we are coming to the new covenant, and we know that the gospel is the new covenant. It's a covenant of grace. The concept of covenant has been taught by God to all nations. Today we can see this more in the primitive nations, which are using still to have relationship with each other. It was needed actually to have a basis how to live together. And especially we have to understand that covenant is something very much more than contract. Contract is a such kind of minimal thing, but covenant is very, very important. And for example, we have phrases in every language which are a little bit different. For example, Arabs say that blood is thicker than milk. Estonians say blood is thicker than water. In other words, we are saying that when we are blood brothers, it has a specific, wonderful, very important meaning for all of us. And even nowadays, in some jungles of Africa or in some forests of Amazon, we have such kind of covenants still existence, and they are working. The covenants were between two people, but mostly they were between two people groups, especially when a larger group or stronger nation, a stronger king wanted to enter into a covenant with a weaker nation or weaker king or weaker tribe. And it was a very, very great honor. And they had a very specific ceremony how to do it. It was a very good way to have peace between the tribes. How this was done? Let's suppose that I am part or you are part from the tribe B, and there is tribe A. Tribe A is much stronger, very powerful tribe, but tribe B is weak. And then we learn that tribe A wants to have relationship with us, tribe B. Then there will be decided first the day when we will have the covenant really put into effect. And when the day of the covenant is decided, then we are coming to such kind of larger field, and one tribe, all these people are standing on one side of this field, and another tribe is standing on the other side of the field. And then there will be representative of tribe A and tribe B. And the representative of tribe A comes to the center of the field, and the representative of tribe B comes to the center of the field. They are two persons. But they are not specifically people wearing certain names. They, in essence, are the tribe. In this person A, there is everything what is in tribe A. In this person B, there is everything that is in tribe B. They are not in this sense representatives only, but they are the tribe A and B. Everybody understands it. And now all the people from both sides are watching what is going on. But besides these two persons who are really like tribe A and tribe B, there has to be third party. We need a sacrifice. We need for symbol, but for this reason there has to be a third entity, third party in this signing the covenant. Usually it was a young bull or some animal, other big animal, and it was slain. It was slain into two parts, that these two people, these two representatives, but at the same time being as the tribe, were going through this cut part, then around and again cut part around, and you understand that this symbol has symbol for us in math and others. This is symbol without end. It is so understandable that when this bull was killed, it didn't mean that, okay, we did it today, but tomorrow let's forget it, or after a week or month. It had to be forever. It was impossible to break this. We were not able to say, oh, sorry. And for this reason there was readings, what will happen when we will break the covenant? It will be done to me as it was done to the bull. Or there were some other curses, many curses, what will happen to us if we'll break this covenant. When we come to the Red Indians in America, then even they were chasing the covenant breakers for 4 generations. It was a very, very serious issue. But when these representatives are walking through this slain animal, something happened to them. They were not anymore as representative A or representative B. This A was like AB, and this B was like BA. He took upon himself all the characteristics of this opposite tribe. And then they were reading certain text, they were promising to each other help. For example, when tribe A needed help, B came to help, or when tribe B needed help, A came to help. And then they were cutting the right hand, the blood was there, and they were putting together the hands, and the blood was joined together. They were really blood brothers. And it was very powerful. It was very meaningful. And this covenant could be put into this 1 + 1 = 1. You are connected with somebody which is really part of you. All strengths of tribe A are connected with tribe B. All strengths of tribe B are connected with tribe A. It is so understandable. Then they are friends. Before they were not able to call somebody a friend when they were not in such kind of relationship. Then these two representatives, A and B, they are going to the chiefs of these tribes, and they have together a meal of this bull and maybe some other animals. They all had to participate in this eating, and they were drinking a cup of wine. It was very important. It was important that this was part of the covenant putting into effect. And for new generations, there were possibilities, there were rights how to renew this covenant. And such kind of creating covenants was known and is known around the world. It is very meaningful. When David Livingstone, very important geographer, was going through Africa, then he had some ulcer, and for this he had to drink goat milk. He had a goat with him. And then when it was a covenant signing ceremony, then the chief wanted to have the goat. He had to give it to the chief. And chief gave to him instead a spear with some all kind of colorful pieces of cloth. And he was thinking, what is this worth? But he understood quite soon. When he was traveling through new territory, and there was a tribe, and he was showing this spear, then he was accepted, because there was covenantal relationship between these tribes, and he was able to travel through the whole Africa with this spear, because he was in a covenantal relationship. Amen.